Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll learn how to draw some shapes in AutoCAD. So the first shape that we're going to draw is a circle. How we can find a circle is going over to the ribbon tab, and under the draw panel we'll find the circle tool. So let's select it and come back to the model space. And now if you look at the command box, it's asking you to specify the center for the circle. So I'm going to click at any point and I'm going to drag it, and you'll see that AutoCAD is drawing the circle and it's just asking you to specify the radius. I can see that the number is increasing the more I drag it out. I think because it's currently saying 9.456, I think I'll draw a circle of radius 10. So I'll just put 10 and I'll press enter and I'll zoom out. And here you have a circle drawn. I'm going to select this and I'm going to press delete, and let's see how else we can draw a circle. So we'll go back to the circle tab and click on this drop down, and it's saying you can draw a circle with a radius and center and also with a diameter. So let's try that this time. Select that, click on any point, and now it's saying to specify a diameter. So I'm going to put 20, enter, and it has drawn the same circle with a diameter of 20. I'm going to select it and delete, and let's see what else is there. So there are other ways of drawing a circle, and let's look at this option of a 3-point circle. But instead of doing it that way, let's learn how to draw a circle without going to the ribbon tab, and you can do that by pressing C on your keyboard and enter. So I'm going to press C, and you can see there's a drop down with circle at the top of the list, and I'm going to press enter. And now over here in the command box, it's saying how you want to draw the circle. If you want to draw the circle using the center point as radius or diameter, then you can straight away go and draw the circle. Instead, I'm going to select this 3P, which stands for 3 point. I'm going to select it, and now AutoCAD is going to say specify the first point. So I'm going to click here. Next, it's going to say specify the second point of the circle. So I'm going to click here, and now it has already traced a circle for me, and it's just asking me to confirm the circle by specifying a third point. So I'm going to click here, and there AutoCAD has drawn the circle using a 3-point circle. Now you can also draw a circle using 2 points. So I'm just going to make that selection here in the circle drop down. Select and specify first point, and I'm going to select a second point. Okay, so this is how we can draw a circle quickly. Now let's learn how to draw an arc. For that, we're going to select these circles and we are going to delete. Now let's select the arc button in the ribbon panel. I'm going to come here, and it's going to say specify the start point of the arc. I'll click a point, specify the second point of the arc. Done that. And now specify the end point or the third point of the arc. So I'm going to click here. So now AutoCAD has drawn this arc for me. Let's see how many ways there are of drawing an arc. And as you can see, there are a lot of ways. Another common way to draw the arc is using the center. So let's select this second option. Now AutoCAD is saying to specify the start point. So I'm going to do that. Specify the center point of the arc. Note that this is the center point and not a point on the length of an arc. So I'm going to do that, and now it's just going to ask me to select the end of the arc. So I'm going to select there, and now it has kind of drawn an incomplete circle. And as you know, an arc is a part of a circle, so this also makes sense. I'm going to select both of these and I'm going to press delete. Now we can also draw an arc by pressing A on your keyboard. So I'm just going to do that. A, and if you can see in the drop down, arc is listed first. So I'm going to press enter. and by default it's going to ask me to start drawing the first point of the arc, and then the second point, and the third point. So by default, when you press A, enter, AutoCAD will draw an arc using a 3-point arc. I'm going to select this arc again and press delete. So also note that when you press enter, AutoCAD will do the last command that you have entered. So in case I was drawing a circle, so I'm going to press C, enter, and I draw a circle, and I'm done drawing a circle. And if I press enter, it is going to assume that I want to draw another circle. So I can just go ahead and draw that, and I can press enter, and I can just draw another circle. So there's no need for me to specify what I need to draw. AutoCAD is just going to assume I'm going to do more of the last command that I did. So this is something you need to keep an eye on. Now I'm going to select all of these circles and delete them. And now finally, the shape that we are going to learn how to draw is a rectangle. So you can go over to the ribbon, and here you can see a rectangle button. So I'm going to select that, and it's going to ask me to specify the first corner. So I'm going to select this point, and I'm going to drag my mouse, and it's going to trace a rectangle on my screen. And I'm going to select here. And now AutoCAD has drawn a rectangle for me with 4 points. I'm going to press escape. We can draw a rectangle more precisely by giving the dimensions of the side. So I'm going to draw another rectangle, and to do that, instead of clicking on the rectangle button in the draw panel, I'm going to press a keyboard shortcut that is R, E, C. As you can see in the drop down, rectangle is the first option in the list, and now I'll press enter. Now it's asking me to specify the first point. I'm going to press here. And now instead of directly going and specify the corner point, if you can see at the top of the rectangle, there is a dimension that I can enter. So I'm going to press 150, and I'm going to press tab, and now the dimension on the side is highlighted. So this is where I can enter my second dimension of the rectangle. So I'm going to press 50 and enter, and AutoCAD has drawn a rectangle of sides 150 and 50. This is really useful in drawing a rectangle when you have the sides known to you. Now also to note, what a rectangle is ultimately can also be described as a polyline. So just to show you an example, I'm going to draw a polyline. So PL for polyline, enter. I'm just going to use this point as a reference, and I'm going to hover my mouse up, and I'm going to click there. That's a start point of my rectangle. Now I'm going to press ortho mode. To do that, I'm going to come here on my status bar and activate this, or I can press F8 on my keyboard, and I'm going to take my mouse vertically. And now I remember the sides of my rectangle are 150 by 50. So I'm going to trace my mouse towards the side, and I'm going to press 150, enter. And at this point, I'm going to take it up and press 50, enter. Similarly, I'm going to take my mouse to the left side and press 150, enter. And now I'm going to go back to the original point and select it, and I'm going to press escape. Now if you see, there is almost no notable difference between this polyline and this rectangle. And now we have learned how to draw 3 kinds of shapes in AutoCAD, that is the circle, an arc, and a rectangle.